Welcome back to HLS Crypto. My name is Dan. So we're going to look at a few different things today. One of them being this battle that Supra has kind of got itself into with a guy. We'll have a look at that in a bit more depth. There's a few things as well. Omicron, we've released a song which is quite good. I'm not going to play it, but I will show you it, and you can have a little look at it yourselves. I think it's really good myself, but that's it is what it is. Crypto today. So obviously yesterday there was the FOMC meeting. Looks like it might have been slightly positive for crypto in general, particularly kind of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is up at over $86,000 at the time of recording. Things are fluctuating so much at the minute. It's a really strange stage of the cycle. But I do think that if people have cash on the side, to keep chipping away, building your bag is probably a good way of doing things right now. Again, nothing is financial advice. We'll look at this first. So this is good news or bullish news coming from Kraken. I really like Kraken. I think they're a great exchange. They've teamed or bought out NinjaTrader. So that's big news, right? So it's a big welcome to the NinjaTrader team. Kraken FX and NinjaTrader combined for the largest TradeFi and crypto acquisition in history. They're looking forward to great things ahead in the future of finance. And Kraken has moved up to number 3 in Kaiko's data of Q1 2025 exchange ranking, climbed from 7th last year. Steady growth, solid liquidity, built for traders. So that's good news. Good news, particularly if you trade with Kraken. They're going to get bigger and bigger and obviously list more and more coins as they go. Mr. Bullrun, who is a Supra YouTuber or a crypto YouTuber focusing solely on Supra. I think he's nearly at 500 subscribers now, so if you can, go and give him a subscribe if you are interested in Supra. He's leaving this here. 100,000 Supra costs around $1,000, yielding 8,000 Supra a year, 365 days, which gets you 22 Supra a day in rewards. 1 million people can hold this amount if all supplies in circulation. Not happening. Think long term, not financial advice. Do your own research. Now, that's always quite good. Like, my goal is to get to 1 million Supra. I am a long way off that. I need to figure something out. I need to get an influx of cash from somewhere in order to do that. But I think if you got to 1 million Supra, it would be a ludicrous amount to have. I think it would genuinely change people's lives, and I think a lot of people have already got there. I've seen a few whales with like 6 million and things like that, and you're thinking, how have they got that many? But their lives will ultimately change, in my opinion. I think 6 million Supra right now is probably about $60,000, something like that, roughly. Crazy though, crazy. Also, you've got at Web4Deb. Thanks for the Supra team for this awesome package. Thanks for trusting me as an ambassador for this great blockchain. Greater things will be accomplished together. Love you all. Now, look, I really want one of them hoodies. Like, I don't really mind about the other stuff, but that hoodie's nice, right? It looks good. Where's mine? what does a guy have to do to get a Supra hoodie, right? They do look good though, fair play. So this is the argument that's been going on. So NFT Demon backup. This is I think his backup account, but I imagine there's been issues. So as always, we'll try and give both sides of the story and kind of see where we fall on this. So he's saying, check out the comments here from Joshua Tobkin, and you'll see what's holding Supra back. At first, he was open to constructive criticism, even started his group chat, and vaguely implied for me to prove myself first. So I did, and here's what he turned down. So this guy's idea was to lighten large KOLs and go with many micro KOLs, and also give 15 to 20 random community members who bull post $100 each day, incentivizing the community to become KOLs, which is a proven model as of late. I said it would have had to have been done right, though. So I kind of get that to a certain extent. I think that if you have one or two massive KOLs, then yeah, you're going to get a lot of exposure. But I think the trust is disappearing for the bigger KOLs, and it's probably more favorable to the smaller KOLs. Although it's a difficult one because it seems as though it's a necessary evil in crypto, and KOLs will continue to exist. Influencers will continue to influence. I think it's kind of how it is. So if you want a project to do well, do you need influencers? Probably yes, to a certain extent. To that end, I said that if I was running the initiative, we would need to do 3 spaces a week, hyping it up. I agree. The more engagement you get, obviously, the more hype people will get. But then also, you need to have something at least tangible to bring to these spaces. I also said moving forward, someone with Supra should do at least 3 spaces a week so the community can engage, not these one-sided podcast type spaces that they do. This would significantly increase community involvement, which are necessary for success. I agree with that. I also said he should hire a reply guy from the main account to post 1,000 to 2,000 replies a day, something that's just an industry basic these days. He didn't understand that at all. Finally, I'd brought a dozen large ecosystem partnerships and said all I needed was the ability to coordinate social media posts, announcing the partnerships and such. He entirely blew that off to the point that 10 of them backed out. That would have been a massive ecosystem jump. Well, we don't know if this is obviously true, but this is what he's saying. And yeah, obviously more partnerships, great. As you can see, he tells me in the comments to let him know when the other two back out, showing he's not really actually taking ecosystem growth seriously, as his actions already showed. So the large question is, how is his attitude not holding Supra back? Let's recap for a minute. I brought innovative and proven strategies to build community. I brought more and more larger ecosystem partnerships in 12 hours in the entire chain as since day one. I put my money where my mouth was and didn't say what I could do. I proved it, and that's met with ignoring me first, then saying he'd respond in 36 hours, then saying fuck off. No matter how good your tech is, you're not going to move forward pushing away partnerships and saying fuck off to people who prove that they actually get results, who show value, also with a team that's all Web 2 or solely tech. So I'm bearish on Supra until a time in which leadership can take ecosystem development and community growth seriously. Their own Telegram is even full of arbitrage scam posts. Their Discord is full of people with unanswered emails for weeks. They need to grasp community, and they don't. Which in reality is really a shame because everyone else is there, but they're racing everything else is there. Sorry, but they're racing the market clock and the token unlock clock. They're behind so many other chains in awareness, but they're going nowhere fast, ignoring people who actually prove their value. But here's the good. Now, yeah, obviously you want look. I hold Supra. I want it to do well. I believe it will. But you kind of do need to engage the community as best you can. I think Trias are an example of doing that wrong recently. I think if you look at meme coins as an example now, meme coins, they do really, really well based on the amount of people that support meme coins. Omakami, for instance, fantastic community, really engaged. Casper, to a certain extent, I've always found the community to be really, really good. You kind of do need that community because the more people who buy and hold them tokens, your floor is always going to be higher, essentially. But now that everyone knows he has a chance to change course, find someone who can line up 12 major partnerships in 12 hours without pay, who's well respected by top KOLs, builders, VCs, celebrities, etc. It doesn't have to be me, but it needs to be soon. This isn't FUD. This is saying he needs to think logically, not emotionally, when presented with something that will build the chain because nobody else wants to build on it now. Community engagement is far below my suggestions. Anyone can see that they're good suggestions, but there is still some time for a more productive course. Not sure how much, but what is indisputable is that investors need to demand better. How many other opportunities are being lost because of this mentality? How much is that holding Supra back? Even if I could turn bullish with a long logical stance. So yeah, is it holding Supra back? We don't know. We don't know at this stage. I believe that there is going to be some legal recourse for this, and obviously we've seen in the past with things like Gala Games, when things get a bit messy, it does harm projects initially. For the long term, I still think Supra will be okay. However, these kind of things do have an impact, particularly publicly when these things are being played out publicly. Maybe this could have been done behind the scenes, and maybe could have been tidied up, and hopefully a resolution had. But we'll get into what Joshua said as well, because I think that's also important. We need to see both sides. The most ironic part is that on day one, he started our conversation by connecting me with some people who swore at me, degraded me, and degraded poor people, of which I am not, but took offense to. I've never done that to him. I've always been professional in my criticism. This is particularly bad because one, a good chunk of the market is mobile only, and two, a good chunk of the market is actually also poor. Degrading both simultaneously is next level horrendous for growth. Neither makes you any less of a person. Lesson here learned. So yeah, relatively speaking, well, not even relatively speaking, I'm a poor person in that regard. I have to go to work, I earn my money, it pays my bills, and I'm scraping by every month, and that's just how it is. So, yeah, not a good look, of course, if that's the route you want to go down. A lot of people who are trying to make money in crypto are doing it with very small amounts of money, just trying to get, life-changing sums. And like I said before, life-changing gains are very different to very different people. And So yes, he did actually apologise for it on March the 5th, but that doesn't change that it happened, and it's hypocritical to excuse disrespecting me when that's who you put me up with. And while these 12 partnerships waited on March the 8th, that was the last time he responded, all because of constructive criticism, too much passion. Wouldn't he want passion for innovation? Someone who doesn't need the money but has a real drive to do something groundbreaking. You can't buy that. I agree with that. He said he would follow up soon on March the 8th. Screenshots if he denies it. It's now March the 13th, which it's actually now March the 20th. And he's turning down big partnerships because I got frustrated in a professional way that he doesn't follow up soon, so I look bad. Judge my ideas and value I provide for yourselves, and I ask if you deserve better. Also discuss some of this on 180k listener space today. Feel free to tune in to that as well. I haven't listened to that, to be frank, but this is basically the screenshot he's put up. And yes, I'm aware screenshots can be faked. Yeah, you need to do posts from desktop to get individual posts. It's limited on mobile. Most of the people I know in crypto use mobile. What does that mean? They're too poor for a laptop. Lol. Now that's obviously insensitive. Although it's the same on computer. Come on, it's not. Nah, they just have no need for one. I'm actually not going to debate this. So that's one thing. So Joshua has responded to some of these screenshots, things like that. And Sander Gorchez, he's a guy who's co-founder and CEO of, I think it's the Hello token. And yeah, he's a VC on killer whales, things like that. He's come out and said that it says nowhere that you offered to deliver or what you did deliver. Feels like a one-sided story and could be mistaken for a shameless attention grab, brother. To which Joshua Tobkin has said, he said he was out March the 2nd after a few days of engagement, early discussions on evaluating him. We were relieved to politely agree, yes, let's pull all discussions on pause, put all discussion on pause. He applied to work at Supra multiple times. The answer ended up no multiple times. He didn't do any work and there was no agreement. I had hopes that there was potential, but unfortunately it appears there is a history of extortion and trying to sue for dollars. His plan presented was mediocre at best, but it was behaviour 2 days later that gave us the most concern. I don't think anyone professional will work with him again after this. I think he's ruined his career, and yes, we are going after him legally to the fullest extent of the law. So obviously, Super feel as though it's that serious that they're going to go and basically take this guy to court. Here he says he's out, and this is where I say politely and professionally agree to pause. See the screenshots. P.S. I offered a personal loan of $2,000 if he absolutely needed it. I didn't even tell our team about this. I told him he could pay me back in 5 years, and I'm not paying a month's of salary when there was no deal of work. I felt he needed the dollars urgently, so I offered a loan. But yet, we are way past the point of no return, and he'll be hearing from our lawyers. He needs to stop doing this to people and projects. It's bizarre. Will be my last engagement on this matter, but I hope folks can see. He said he was out, and I tried to respond to him professionally, but he crossed a line now, and yep, we are going after him legally. So these again are the screenshots that Joshua's put up. He said, an actually an NFT viewer I can wait on, but adapt browser and wallet connect. There's no excuse not to have these by now. Even the worst chains in the world had those in testnet long before mainnet even arrived. But the exact reason I'm out for now is the exact reason my base trusts me, and the exact reason I'm respected by everyone you would want to know and work with, and the exact reason you would want to be prioritizing fixing this, and the exact reason you would want to work with me after you have a minimum viable product on the consumer end, because the crypto standards you don't. And then obviously Josh has come. I'm catching up here. I'll have a conversation with her. I'm not sure if that's relevant to the actual screenshots, but it said type of audience. James on our team has done some giveaways in the last community call and such before. I'll follow him regarding that and to see if it's producing results. The KOL list you shared seemed to be on the smaller side. I also hadn't heard of them. Was wondering why you didn't add Wendy O and others like her, as you had mentioned her on our call that you would. Anyhow, I've been very busy lately, as you can see. As you can imagine, jet lag and also traveling hasn't helped the cause. Moreover, all Friday I was at MoveCon, and you can imagine I have many competing priorities as CEO. Not getting to you immediately was not meant to be seen as a form of disrespect. I would also have thought that you'd understand I'm quite busy, but you seem to have been taking it very personally that I didn't get back to you fast enough. Understood, you're out for now. Let's just put everything on pause for the moment. So Joshua then obviously said that FUD is good for Supra. Thanks for the free attention. Yeah, that can be a thing. It can definitely be a thing. They said years ago, back in like advertising and things like that, there was no such thing as bad publicity, right? And I think that's true to a certain extent. Anthony then said, "This is bad for your company, Josh. They start leaving your project. This reminds me of Manta project in ETH last year, to be honest." And Joshua responded with, "Thanks to your honesty." Anthony then said, "You just need to fix the tokenomics. I think everything will be fine, Josh. And I also heard about this. Is this true? About contract agreement that you didn't pay since the rumors started to spread massively." Joshua then replied with, "Nope, definitely not true. He has admitted to me that he's done this routinely. We just escalated last night and we have had world-class lawyers. Our team is righteous and will take this as far as necessary." He even tried to sue X, laughed my ass off, and judge dismissed it as frivolous. He literally has a history of this kind of behavior. I couldn't even make it up. So we will look actually at this guy, because I think his main pinned tweet is him suing X. Yeah, so this was on the 25th of June 2024. So here's the nice article on my lawsuit against X. You can download the full suit from the link within. Let's see how they respond. So you can have a look at that if you want. I've got not a lot of interest in that, so I'm not going to look into it too deeply. But onto more, positive news. Joshua Tobkin said, "We're working on the future of DeFi, automatic DeFi, aka AutoFi. It's going to be glorious, and it'll look so obvious in the future. Yet we are the first enshrine automation and Oracle into the layer one. Let's fucking go. 3 weeks approximately, and it's on public testnet. Devs, get ready." And Supra have put there, DeFi was broken, so we fixed it. I really like that graphic as well. I think it's really good. Now, there's this article, which we will go through on either tomorrow's video or another video, because it's quite in-depth, but I do want to touch on it. Feel free to go look at this yourselves in the meantime. It is interesting. That shows you the comparison between how things are to what Supra want to do, and it is interesting. Also, finally, on Supra specifically in this regard, is that Ellie, and Ellie is a MMA fighter, content creator, semi-humorous ovary holder, so female, I take it. She said that if you have 100,000 to invest in altcoin, which one would you choose? And Altcoin Daily came with, maybe Supra, which is great. That's a massive content creator saying, look, have a look at Supra. This was another interesting one as well. This was Supra Oracles, the ultimate fix for crypto's Oracles problem. Oracles are vital for linking smart contracts with real-world data, yet they face major hurdles like centralization, delays, and security threats. Here's how Supra Oracles are solving those issues. So, fast and reliable finality. Many oracles suffer from slow updates. Supra Oracles achieves finality in 2 to 3 seconds using an advanced consensus system, ensuring up to the second data for DeFi, gaming, and real-world assets. Now, they're all narratives that are going to run in the bull run, in my opinion. Gaming also being one of them as well, it's interesting. They've also seamless cross-chain connectivity. Supra Labs isn't confined to one chain. It supports multi-chain operations, enabling fast and secure data transfers across various networks, boosting interoperability by enhanced security and decentralization, by leveraging and distributed validator network and robust cryptographic methods. Supra Labs eliminates weak points and minimizes manipulation risks. Scalable, high throughput design, built for performance. Supra oracles can process high transaction loads, ensuring smooth and consistent data delivery for trading and complex smart contract execution. Advanced consensus models, their Moonshot consensus blends Byzantine fault tolerance with VRF-based randomness, producing trustworthy tamper-resistant data feeds at lightning speeds. Precision-driven data accuracy. Supra sources data from multiple trusted providers, reducing inaccuracies and making sure price feeds remain manipulation resistant. Some key takeaways are here. Rapid finality, 2 to 3 seconds. Multi-chain support, secure decentralized validation, scalable high-speed architecture, and reliable tamper-proof data feeds. I'm not sure who's trying to message me desperately at the minute. Maybe someone's on fire or something, I don't know. The meme coin that we put out, the HLS Crypto one, over on pumpit.pro, which is, like I said before, Solana's Supra's version of Solana's kind of pump fun. Hasn't really moved overnight at all. I'm still the biggest holder because obviously I didn't sell any at all. Bond and Curve at 9.19. Again, do with it what you want. Have a look at it. Sell it if you want, and maybe have a look at some of the other projects that they've got on there. Robbie the Robot, I think, is very close to being bonded. There's a few others in there. They all seem pretty fun. Go and check them out. Obviously, beware for rugs. There are rug pulls that exist within the space. Like I said, I've not sold any of mine. I've not made nothing from that. Supra's price today is below that 1 cent. Again, you can see that as a negative. You can see it as an opportunity. An $87 million market cap. I'm super bullish on it. Omakami, like I said before, they have made a song. This is it. If you go on the Omakami YouTube channel, you can listen to this. It is actually quite good. It's community made. Again, the Omakami community is fantastic. Again, I've said before, I'm not sure if the project is what it says it is in regards to who they're backed by, but it is an interesting, a very interesting project, and the actual community is very engaging. So go and take a look at that. We Love Arse, or We Love Ayers. Lindsay and the We Love Arse team have said, my favourite YouTuber. Wait, I'm someone's favourite YouTuber. That can't be a bad thing. There's me. Just dropped another video and gave your girl and arse a shout out. Video dropping this weekend, as he mentions. Let me know in the comments what you want to hear about. Thanks at Superman and myself for the arse-tastic support, which is great. So this was a video we did yesterday. Feel free to go back and check that. We are, like I said, over this weekend, me and Lindsay are going to sit down, have another conversation. Our time zones are very different, so it'll be like evening for me and like lunchtime, I think, for Lindsay over in Arkansas. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be really good. But what we have seen as well is that the market cap now is getting close to 500k market cap, which is great. It's been moving up. So over the last 30 days, 103% up. This is great. It's going in the right direction. It's what you want to see. I'm a big believer in it purely because I believe the people behind it. I believe what they're trying to do. And I think sometimes that's half the battle, particularly in crypto. You resonate with certain people and you think, actually, they are trying to work hard. They are doing everything they possibly can. And I can resonate with her. She works all the time. She's trying to do her best. And as a result, you're now seeing these results, the fruits of the effort that she's been putting in. And I think that's really important. So shout out to obviously Lindsay and We Love Arse. So anyway, wherever you're in the world, whatever you're doing, have an amazing day. Have an amazing evening. And as always, I'll speak to you tomorrow. Take care. Goodbye.